Hey Libra, welcome to your July 2021 reading. Thank you very much for joining me, and also welcome to any new watchers. Love to have new energy around, so thanks for stopping by. Now, as usual, I'm going to pull a couple of oracle cards to start us off, just to see what your energy is doing in general for the upcoming months. So there are our two cards, and we have three. So we'll have the three. Let's be greedy. So, what came out first? We have peace. So absolutely beautiful. Look at that, harmony, peace. You know, it looks very balanced, and you know it's all green, which is the heart chakra. So it's all about the love. So it's really beautiful. Peace card. I'll just do a quickie on the cards, on the oracles, and then I'm going to read snippets from the book as well, because these cards, there's always more to them than meets the eyes, and I don't want to give you a dud steer. I can't memorize all the cards, there's just far too many that I use, so bear with me. Now we've got Never Ending Story, and I'm going to put the next one with it because they sort of, to me, are saying the same thing. We've got Never Ending Story and Round and Round. Now, is that how you feel? Is it more of the same, just a different day? I've put that very politely, haven't I? Yeah, more of the same, just a different day. It's like you keep experiencing the same thing over and over again. Or maybe you're in a cycle that you feel is never ending. And then we've got the Round and Round card, almost like you're going round in circles and making no progress. So I think these two are sort of similar. But let me just get the lowdown from the book, because I don't want to give you or misinform you. So the first one's a 23. Let me see, where's 23? I won't read the whole thing, otherwise, I don't want you to nod off. So 23, the essential meaning, freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. I love that. Especially the radical acceptance, because it's the warts and all, isn't it? It's the good, the bad and the ugly about ourselves, and acceptance of it. And it says here, it doesn't get any better than this: a quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. Wonderful. Now, these two cards, now I'm confused, because they couldn't be further apart, could they? But in case I am interpreting them incorrectly, there's a reason for it. There's a reason they fell out. So let's just see what it is. Maybe you're craving this. I'm going to put this up here. Maybe it's the peace you're craving. And in order to get to that peace, radical acceptance is what you need to do. And that's why you may be feeling like you're in the never-ending story and you're going round and round. So now that I've waffled on a bit more, let's get number 37. Right, self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. Right, okay. I'll read a tiny bit from this. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It's the old story whose refrain is you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. This to me sounds like self. It's you saying to yourself, I'm not good enough. So in actual fact, I would say that the never-ending story comes before the peace card. But let's just get a bit from Round and Round. Yeah, this is you. You're looking at yourself, but you're not looking at the good bits. You're only looking at the bad bits. So maybe time for a more in-depth self-reflection. Let's go to 25. And we've got essential meaning, the spiral quality of events. when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you were challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from new perspective. I'm going to stop there because I think that's exactly what's happening here. It's going to be different for all of you, but if it's not an internal thing that you're going through, it could be a person, place or thing. So apply it as you will. But yeah, this is looking at yourself or looking at something, but you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're only seeing the bits you want to see, and the bits you want to see are keeping you stuck. It's about being brutally honest, and when you get to that brutal honest part of looking at the circumstance that you're looking at here, whether it be internal or external, that's when peace reigns. Peace reigns when you accept the good, the bad and the ugly. Right, now it makes sense to me. I'm really glad I went to the book. Really glad. But, you know, beautiful cards. First two are very informative. The last one I absolutely love because it says, you know, life isn't perfect, but you just got to accept it and go with it. Right, let's get down to the main read, and I'm going to just put the jumpers down on the table before I start the read, as I don't want it to be disjointed, so I won't do it as I go along. I'll just wait for them to all fall out and then we'll start the read. So wow, so that's the energy you're in. This is the energy you're coming into. That's the energy you're coming into. Now we've got the challenge position. Okay, one's flipped over. So let's just take that. That's the challenge. There's your challenge. Wow. Got a couple of hard hitters here, guys. Now we've got the advice from Spirit. Lovely. Absolutely love it. And one's flipped over. And one's fallen. So, right. Advice from Spirit. Lovely. Lovely. Ah, lovely. Okay. And now we've got the potential outcome for you. Nice. And there's one, oh look at that. Wonderful. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck? Three of Cups, right. It's about being creative. It's about being creative. It's about expanding your vision, using your imagination in order to discover the things you need to benefit yourself going forward. It's about taking in the panorama rather than just what you can see in front of you. So it's, forget the tunnel vision. It's not going to work in July. You need to expand your way of looking at things. Now, so the energy you're in at the moment, we've got the World, guys. Wow, this is harmonious. This is about harmony, balance and being fulfilled. And it's a really, really beautiful card. Or is it what you're trying to achieve? And that's why you've got the never-ending story and the round and round, because this is actually what you'd like, but you can't get there because you're going round in circles, you're chasing your tail. So really, really interesting. The energy coming in, guys, you've got the Five of Wands. Now this is a tad uncomfortable. This is about change. So change has got to take place. And in order for that change to take place, for you to reach your peace, to reach the peace and the harmony that you desire, it's about accepting the good, bad and the ugly. You know, the Five does signify change, but it also signifies mild disruption. So this is probably going to be a bit of an internal conflict for you while you're trying to sort it out. But, you know, keep positive and keep on going. In the challenge, we've got the Knight of Swords and the Fool. Right, the Knight, it's the Knight of Truth. It's the Knight of Swords. It's a really fast-moving knight. It's an action card. So the challenge is to take action, to go forward with passion and just do what you've got to do. No nonsense. It's a real no nonsense card. So it's about pulling your socks up and absolutely marching forward. You've got the Fool. The Fool on top of it is your new journey. It's your new way of being. It's your new, it's the shift that you're looking for. if you march forward, pulling your socks up, accepting what is, your journey begins. That's when your journey begins. And only then, and only when acceptance has been reached, that journey can begin. So there's your challenge, guys. And you know what? Saying it out loud is actually quite easy, but the proof is in the pudding. Actually doing it, now there's where the hard work is. So guys, that's a challenge and a half, I've got to tell you. But it is a no-nonsense card. It is the sword of truth he carries. So you need to go forward in reality with your sword of truth, marching to the beat of your own drum. But it's got to be warts and all. And then we've got the advice from Spirit. Wonderful. We've got the High Priestess, right, which is about intuition and trusting yourself. So we've got High Priestess, Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. High Priestess, you know, also there's mystery there, you know, so is there something that needs to be uncovered in order for you to go forward? Perhaps the mystery is something you're hiding from yourself that needs to be discovered in order for the truth to be revealed and for acceptance to take place. So bear in mind that this is advice from Spirit, but the High Priestess is a very intuitive card. So it's saying, you know, deep down, you know, trust yourself. And when you've reached that trust, you've got the Knight of Wands on top of it, saying it's another action card. Go forward, absolutely go forward. That's when you can proceed and advance. That's when you can go forward and do and live and be how you want, and you know, in the world that you want. And then the Seven of Cups on top of it, this is Spirit saying, don't forget what you've learned along the way. Don't forget the understanding that you've just gained. Don't forget the lessons you've learned, and you know, and go forward with confidence, because all those things that you've learned should be giving you confidence. You'll know, Libra. So trust yourself. So that's advice from Spirit. And then we've got the King of Wands and the Hierophant as the potential outcome. And you know, the King of Wands, kings, about knowledge, about empowerment, they know their stuff. He's an authority figure. It's about, he carries wisdom, he carries expertise. He didn't become a king, you know, not knowing anything. He's done the learning, he's gone through the process. And then you've got the Hierophant on top. I mean, the Hierophant is all about wisdom and it's about inner wisdom and guidance. And I'm going to highlight here the word inner, because all these cards here and the oracle cards at the beginning is all about an internal journey. I don't think this is an external thing at all. This is about self-acceptance. And you know what? Once you can accept yourself, love yourself, you know, embrace yourself, even the bad bits, that's when things start coming good. None of us are perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. You can't learn being perfect. And we can't learn if others are perfect. There is absolutely no such thing. So cut yourself some slack, Libra. Don't be so hard on yourself. Show yourself some love. Wow. It's a lovely, lovely finale there. Let's just get a couple of animal oracles just to see if the animals can't get... Wow, that was quick. Can't shed some inspiration for the coming month. Yeah, we've got two here. We've got time for a deep dive, and there you are. This is your retreat. This is you going back into yourself. This is you finding out who you really are, accepting who you really are, warts and all, and going forward confident in knowing yourself. You know, time for a deep dive. You know, that's an internal dive, I'd hazard a guess. Beautiful card as well, isn't it? And then we've got the Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. I think you're going to do it, Libra. I think the clarity is going to come and the wisdom is there. You just need to dig deep. You know, you've got the High Priestess card here, so the intuition here is key. You need to trust yourself. So my lovely Libras, I hope that resonated. It's a wrap. Obviously it's a general, so apply it to your circumstance, and just use the bits that are meaningful to you, you know, and use them as stepping stones. And I hope it helps. I just want to, from my heart, you know, to say thank you to all of you for your likes, shares and subscribes. It means the world. And I'm wishing you a wonderful July. You've got a lot going on here, guys, but there's a lot of good stuff at the end. You know, as you come out the other side, there's absolutely glorious happiness and, you know, ultimately peace. The peace you want. It's a lot of work, but you can do it. You know, you're strong. So, you know, believe in yourself. So, my lovelies, I will see you soon. Take care of you. Have a wonderful July. And don't forget to take care of each other as well. Toodle pip.